Yo, what's going on YouTube? Baby Ruban here, back with Solo YGO. We got another deck profile for you guys. Before we dive in, I just want to let you guys know, go ahead and jump in that channel membership and that Patreon. Check that stuff out. Stay active in the comments, guys. We are still giving away our 2 tins to our 2 lucky winners. But now, we've actually got a third tin. We decided we're going to give this to one of the next 3 Patreon members. Guys, you can join for as little as just $1 a month. So go ahead, join, like, subscribe, comment, and get that chance. First 3 next patrons, guys, they're gonna walk away with this 25th quarter century. And there are some good cards. There are some good pulls in this thing. I really like this 25th new century that they came out with. Box looks clean, cards look good. So stay tuned for that. Let's get into this deck profile, guys. We are bringing you back a updated Battlin Boxer deck because the first deck profile was, so let's get into it. Starting off with our main guys, we've got still 3 promoter. All that new support that came from Legendary Duelists we're keeping. 3 promoter. Awesome effect. He's got a tribute of himself and brings out 2 Battlin Boxer monsters, and he can also banish from grave to raise or lower the level of all your monsters on the field. I think Battlin Boxers only, Battlin Boxer monsters by 1. So really good to bring out your Exceeds, your new Nova Kaiser, that's 5, Star Stasis is 5. Uppercutter. 3 uppercutters really good. Upon bringing him from promoter, you get to search a counter trap, or you can grab a Battlin Boxer, but most likely you're going to want to set up your defense, so grab one of your counter cards. We have 3 Chief Second. Chief Second really good, additional normal summon, and it's also a mini hand trap from a monster effect. That's actually really good. So we are running 3 of all those. It's going to be your main. That's your main right there. For extenders, running 3 spar. They're not hard once per turn, so that's why we run 3 of those. You pull 2, 1. You're getting just setting those things out there. You can also cycle them from the grave with Switch Hitter. So bring those back and get those into your Exceeds. Like spar. I really do like spar. Speaking of Switch Hitter, we are running 2 Switch Hitter, 1 Shadow. Switch Hitter, normal summon. If you can normal summon him off your Chief Second, you're going to grab 1 from the grave. You can bring back your promoter from after he was tributed. And then Shadow is just a free detach special summon, which you're probably going to do a lot. Especially using King Dempsey for protecting your Battlin Boxers on the field. For our hand traps, guys, we have 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Nibs, and that's it. So same as last profile, we didn't really switch up the hand traps. We do run for our spells 3 crossouts. If they Ash promoter, this deck is going to lose hard. Now, I'm not taking this to YCS, but this is my favorite deck in the game ever, like out of all time. So really trying to make it work, and it does work with these cards as long as you're protecting your first play, which is promoter. So cross out designator, and then we do run 1 called by, giving yourself all the chances to be able to not get ashed on your promoter. Do run 2 talent. If something like that does go down, they do use a hand trap. For disruption, try to break their boards. 2 Exceed imports. You just run in so many Exceeds. Really no reason not to run an Exceed import, but it also could be a flex spot. You could change it out. You can definitely juggle between Exceed import and like infinite imperm if you want another set of hand traps. Still running the 7th Ascension just because we were running a small rank up package because of how many Battlin Boxers that are Exceeds that go into AC. And then speaking of our rank up package, it's going to consist of 1 Barion's Force, one rank up the 7th one Numeron Force, and one Quick Chaos. All of these you're grabbing your either Comet Cestus or your Nova Kaiser and then going into your C. Because going into your C with either Nova Kaiser or your Star Cestus, or Comet Cestus, I'm sorry, they're going to get that additional effect. And we'll go over those in a second. Our 1-ofs, 1 Reborn, 1 Called By, 1 Spirits, really good to mill, put something in the grave, and then be able to get back a Battlin Boxer. Rhoda, if you don't start off with Promoter and you start off with Rhoda, really good, you just get your Promoter. 7th Force, and I was at 3, but just the battle phase is a really tough spot to be able to play 3 of these, so one of these is really good. That way you're not clogging it. Also, you could, for your 3rd rotation, to switch out probably a Monster Reborn, just because you do run your Spirits, and then there's other stuff like Switch Hitter that can bring stuff back from grave. So Reborn and then your 2 Exceed Imports can trade out for your Infinite Imperms. And then for our traps, just 1 Cross Counter, 1 Counter, Flame Veil Counter, sorry. These are all counter cards, so these are all searchable through Uppercutter. And that is the main deck, guys. That's right at 40. And then for our extra deck, we're going to run 2 Nova Kaiser, or 2 General Kaiser, I'm sorry, and 2 Nova Kaiser. This is what I'm talking about with the rank up magics. You're going to go Nova Kaiser to General Kaiser. General Kaiser is really good because his secondary effect is you can go into battle. When you go into the battle phase and you attack your opponent's monster, you can actually take that monster, add it to him, and he's going to gain 200 attack for each material. And then you can, because of your phases, you can go back and attack somebody else because that monster was no longer on the field when that effect was resolved. So really good with Nova Kaiser, or General Kaiser. I keep calling him Nova Kaiser, but it's General. We have 2 Comet Cestus and 1 Star Cestus. And just in case we make our rank up magic, you can go into Comet Cestus as well, because when he attacks, he's actually going to destroy a monster and they lose that monster's attack points. So really good beater. We got 2 Lead Yoke. Lead Yoke really good. You can, I usually wouldn't, that wouldn't be my first Exceed, but he is really good, probably a 2nd for sure, because every time he detaches to protect your other Battlin Boxers, he's going to gain 800 attack. If they try to attack 2 turns, this guy is going to be a beat stick at 3600. 2 King Dempsey's. King Dempsey's really good. Probably your first Exceed that you're going to go into. He's a search. Once you search, you can also detach quick effect and protect your Battlin Boxers. So King Dempsey, really good. And then of course we're going to run 1 Zeus, just because he can come out really easy in a deck like this. We do run 3 Links, Blackluster Soldier, Chaos, Isolde, that's a search. Not going to be able to use the effects, but just to set you up for the next turn. And then 1 Ferocious Flame Swordsman. Ferocious Flame Swordsman, definitely a last card you want to go into if you can. Talking about General Kaiser coming out with something like Barion's Rank Up Force that you get to transfer all your materials. So if you have Nova Kaiser, actually, can you discard, or you can send from your hand or grave to him and add 1 material. So he'd be 3. You use a rank up magic, make General Kaiser. Now he's got 4 materials. You use General Kaiser's. Now he's got 5 materials. So you do 200 times 5, that's 1,000, and then you add 500 from Ferocious Flame Swordsman, another 500. So I mean, those numbers get up there. Really good to make General Kaiser. He's probably definitely on my inboard. For the side deck, we do have a side. We're going to have 3 draw. Just like I said, more hand traps. You could probably add Infinite Imperm too. I'll probably replace Imperm with these 3 Cosmic Cyclones. And when I can get them, Lightning Storm. 3 Dark Ruler no more. 3 Solemn Judgment. You see in this deck we don't really have a lot of back row, but Solemn Judgment can really break that stuff up. And then Goes and Match. Goes and Match would be really good too. So that's the side, guys. That's the whole profile. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really love this deck. Love to make it work. So stay tuned, guys. We will be doing battles for these, and you'll get to see them in action. See some actual combos and stuff going off.
One of the next 3 patrons or channel membership members is getting one of these.
Guys, get active.
Check that
get
out.
this.
It's in the links below. We appreciate you guys. I always